I was moved by that. I'm sure that she was, and so that was really cool to kind of start off the night that way. And then we obviously were ready to play. We were anxious. We hadn't played in so long. I was sure that they were tired of hearing from me and tired of being in practice, and so I thought they let it show in the way that they played, with the amount of energy. And obviously, we made shots. When you make shots, obviously everything is good, and you get a chance to get your defense set. But I think that these guys, they shot a higher percentage than we should be happy with. They made 9 threes. They got second chance points. All the things that they do, we've got to be way better to have a chance to win a second game in the series.
Is the game plan to look outside and hit threes, or does that just happen?
Game plan is to take what they give you. Make the easy play. Inside out. When you were doubling off of Renee, being opportunistic, still shared the ball. Still got to the point there where it was really crowded down there, and it was getting very difficult for her to make reads. And sometimes we're giving it to her when we shouldn't. We should collapse the defense and play around her. But I thought still had great patience tonight. Her recognition of when to try to be strong and powerful and get a shot up, and when to just kick it right back out with a shooter that was standing there. But the player of the game by far was Simone Augustus. She's a player that I said that during the regular season you can't play her 30+ minutes and expect her to be able to do this in the playoffs. We want her ready for playoffs to do these sorts of things. And so I'm really happy that she responded the way she did. She liked her matchup, was aggressive. I thought the last couple games of the season Simone got aggressive, and she's continuing that. And I heard a story, and you can ask Simone about this. Obviously Sil had a great season, and Simone gave her a lot of passes. So Simone's leading her career in assists, I guess, this season. And her grandmother apparently told her, "Yeah, that's great, but shoot the effing ball." So ask Simone about that. So she listened to her grandmother. It makes me happy. I like her grandmother a lot.
That was the most playoff points in a game since I think 2012. Coach Thibault was saying that he said it was really obvious that you guys were working really hard to make sure she got some balls coming up inbounds and such. Was it? I mean, other than her being aggressive, was it your plan that you needed to get a third score into that?
Absolutely. Because we know Washington has 3, and this just cannot. It's Sil's life is hard. You can't just live on one area. And then obviously Maya, I thought was really good. Maya's going to get hers. She's going to find her ways. You don't have to run stuff for her. She's going to get her shots. She's going to be aggressive. I thought just, we need Simone. I always say when Simone plays well, we don't lose. Because we get so much balance around her when she's aggressive like that. And she knows it. She knows this is her time in playoffs. And, obviously, like I said, we learned a lot from the regular season game in terms of how they would match. And, they learned a lot about us. And they exploited a lot of things that we thought they would. And so I think both teams are going to go back and look at some things, and obviously there's no doubt there'll be some adjustments.
You always talk about how important it is for Renee to feel like she's part of what's going on, and she was thrown into the mix when Lindsay got hurt. There was a little bit of up and down, but she was entering the playoffs kind of on an upward trajectory. She was pretty important when you won a title last time too. Can you just talk about where she's at in your mind right now?
I think it's a great assessment. I thought that. She had taken some heat, constantly asking, when's Lindsay coming back, you guys need her. I think Renee really took that on personally. She was very hard on herself. She was disappointed, that our team wasn't successful early on when Wade was out. But like you said, her trajectory was definitely on the upward swing. Just getting used to playing with different players. She doesn't typically play with the starters. Me kind of learning, how to coach her and bring out the best in her. And she just is, she's just a great teammate. And, she's, it's for us, it's just such an interesting thing in terms of the position to have someone like Lindsay Whalen and then you bring in Renee Montgomery. They couldn't be more opposite. And so I think that it's a challenge for our opponents. And it's, bench play is vital. We talked about that. Our bench play is vital in playoffs. You're going to load up in your scouting report and guard the starters and have a game plan. It's your bench, and I'm sure both teams are going to be after making sure that each night your goal is your bench to outplay their bench.
Cheryl, the job you did defensively on Chrissy Tolliver, she hits a record 9 threes on Sunday. how much of a focal point was that, and how happy are you with what you're able to accomplish there?
The first thing I said to both Lindsay and Renee, their defense on Tolliver was outstanding. We all watched the game, you know, and plus they know Christy well. You know, she's capable anytime. She can miss 7 straight and then make 10 straight. That's how she is. So, you know, I just thought we made it challenging for her. You know, as soon as you cross half court, you better be ready because she's going to shoot it. And, you know, we understand the areas she likes it and the actions that they run for her, and it's not easy. You know, there were times that, because we paid so much attention to Tolliver, that there were so many people open, and that led to some easy baskets in the first half. We have to look at it and just know that you can't play the same way the entire time. You know, obviously Tolliver's a great player and she's going to adjust, and so we've got to continue to be mindful that if she gets threes off, they got to be hard. And she'll make some hard ones. That's the other thing we said. You know, just stay the course. She's going to make some hard ones. Deladon's going to make some hard shots. Misamin's going to make hard shots. Just got to keep playing, and just you hope you make their touches difficult. And then I thought we settled down defensively and stayed in plays better. Thought we were leaving our feet a ton early in the game, going for every fake, and I thought we cleaned it up in the stretch. Got some rebounds, got some stops, and were able to score off those.
Coach said that he felt like his team had been bombarded. I mean, there are just some nights when it's going in. I think you made 8 straight threes at one point.
9
tonight.
I heard that. I wasn't counting, but 9.
I mean, at some point, it's just crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. I think you just chalk it up. I know if it was me, you just chalk it up, move on to the second one, and go, you know, can they do it again? You know, I'm not counting on it. You know, matter of fact, that's what I told our team. I mean, that's great. We won the game. You know, it's fun to make shots, but there's a number of things that we've got to do better to have a chance to win the second game.